Howdy folks, Grok the Duck here, and welcome to a little bit of Coop Life 2. This is the tower that I built in the stream, and I did a little bit of extra decorating, and one of the comments in the stream was to move the bees up here, and why not? It keeps the flowers kind of contained to the grass up here at the top level, and I like that. I don't want the flowers spreading all over my area. And I almost had an episode recorded. Well, that's not true. I had an episode recorded. I had done a bunch of work, and the video file corrupted, and I lost 35 minutes of a single stream, a single take of doing all the work I did. And I had a little rage quit moment because I was going, freaking no dirty, rotten swear thoughts. Because I was really mad. There were a whole bunch of achievements that came from that, and I was going, dang it, why'd that happen? So I was cheesed. Anyway, the building, I've done a little bit of tweaking to it. Here, let's go ahead and morph into Bat so I can fly around a little bit. Most of this had been seen on camera when I did the stream. I did put a little border of the path around it. Not quite sure about that. I did, since I had the light gray windows, I decided to put this little design of the regular gray in there. It just makes the windows pop out a little bit. They were disappearing, and I didn't like that. Let's see, what else did I do here? Pretty much that was it. Oh, yep, there's this little tiny detail there. I added a little border there just to give it a few more bits of contrast, a little bit of ins and outs and stuff like that to give it some cool contrast. Now, what I had done, and unfortunately is now lost, was building the refined storage system and also the Project E. And I started with the Project E first because one of the nice things about the Project E is once you teach it a recipe, then as long as you've got EMC, which I didn't look up. I was going to sit there and figure out what does EMC stand for. But once you have enough EMC power, you can pull items out. So, this block of redstone has an EMC of 576. I've got almost 76 million EMC, so I can pull that out. I can, pull out lots of them. I could pull out a stack of them. And likewise, I can sit there and dump it back in, and it's just bits. And it feels a little overpowered having all these items just stored in one collection, but I like it because it's dense, because you can have all this storage of items. Nope, not that one. Store all this item storage, and I just took everything I had and I just dumped it into my Project E table. But I also really like the crafting capabilities of refined storage, and so I went ahead and set this up, and this is new. The equivalence engine from Equivalent Storage Mod, it ties the Project E and the refined storage together. I've got this disk drive I just barely made, but there's no disks in it, and I did set the priority on this on to -100. So once I do put disks in here, anything here, priority 0, will go into the Project E first, and if it can't, because there are a few things that can't, they'll get stored into drives. And that way I've got everything here, and if we take a look at the crafting grid, I've got everything here, and it's as much as I can make. So I could grab, at the cost of 32 each, 2.3 million acacia saplings. Well, that means I've got gobs of resources here, and I want to sit there and pump in more. If I want to pump in this, I figured out that the emerald crystal is probably the densest thing I've got per stack. That's 1 million right there. So if I dump that in, there's 1 million, there's 1 million. That works really, really well. And if we fly up here, I've got 8 of these emerald crystal chickens here, all 10, 10, 10s. So they're pooping out the emerald crystals pretty fast. I don't have any of these plumbed in. That was for later. And I was done with this. I said, yay. We'd created everything. Took about 35 minutes to go from having all my chickens with all the resources over there pumped into the transmutation table, refined storage created, and now I could create a bunch of stuff. And then my video file corrupted. So, cheesed at that. All right, let's go ahead. We've got several things here to make. I want to, here's one of the things. Underneath here, there's a power cell setup. And if we come over here, I've got advanced power cells here. Pumped in some power from these. These are the cold generators from RF Tools. It looks like they're generating 60 RF from any coal or charcoal or stuff like that in there. We've got 4 of them around this, and a stack of coal or charcoal in each generates a decent amount of power. But I don't want to keep supplying stuff here. I'm too lazy to do that. So instead, I would like to have another way of setting up power. So I'm going to break this. Come to me. And, everything else here got torn down, except these are the things that can't be stored. Well, that can be stored, but since I put it in and I got a link to, I went, oh, dang it, I'll use that for later purposes. All right, so back here is where I'm going to put my hands-off power setup, and I've got a little cable here coming out from my refined storage setup from in there, and I'm going to use the power of chickens to make this happen. So let's come into here. Manure. I've got 8.26 million manure that's possible here. But what I really want to do, I don't need all of that. Let's grab mini chests. Let's drop one here, teach it the rest. I need a mini chest. I also need an exporter. So I think I've got all these bits learned. I do. Cool. We'll grab that exporter. And let's see, I might need one more of these. I'm also going to make a methane digester. Ooh, I don't know pistons. I don't know pistons. Well, let's teach it pistons. There, now I know pistons. I love that. Oh, so let's go ahead and get 2 of these methane digesters. And then I'm also going to need a fertilizer mixer. This takes the chicken manure and breaks it down into a liquid, and that then gets pumped into the methane digesters, and I only need 1 of those. Oh, here, let's teach that. Let's grab another one. Let's teach this methane. Let's grab 1 more of those. And so at this point, I've got what I need. I do also need a sink because I need a water source. So yep, it knows all those bits. Oh, it doesn't have water. Oh, bucket. Oh, no. It interesting. I can do either one. Well, that's cool. Let's see, what else do I need? Oh, I need some ducts to move stuff. And so I'm going to go with the fluid duct. And let's grab that. Let's teach that. And then I need the hardened. I can't do the regular. I need the regular item duct. There we go. This item duct. And I bred 10 lead chickens specifically so I could have this. Now let's teach that there. All right, so that, and then I need a servo, and I don't need much. Oh, really? Oh, well, fine. Let's get an iron. It does not know. No, not that one. This iron. That iron. All right, let's go ahead and. Oh, I just got exporting. Well, I didn't do anything. Anyway, let's teach it iron nuggets. There we go. I need, I think, 3 servos. 1, 2. Let's grab several because I can always just dump them back into the system if I don't need them anymore. All right, so here's the power, and I'm going to go ahead and put a methane digester here and here, and as near as I can tell, it doesn't matter which direction they're sitting, so that works out nicely. Nor do they need power. So I'm going to go ahead and take the fluid duct goes right there, and then on top of that, I'm going to put the fertilizer mixer. So that goes on top. Cool. And then I need a servo to pull out from there, and then I'm going to just sit there and turn off the redstone. So it should just automatically pull down anything that is a fluid in here. And if we look at this, we can put in the manure into it, and then plus water, we'll go ahead and make the fertilizer mixture. All right, so to do that, let's go ahead and we need some fluid duct for the water. And I think I'll put the fluid duct back here, and then my sink, let's go ahead and point it over here. Oh, come on, I want it on my bar. There we go. And if we point it, nope, not against that, against the pipes. There we go. And so this should export out infinite amount of water, not super fast, but infinite. And you can tell it's fresh water because it's got a fish in it, so that's obviously fresh water. Let's go ahead and turn the redstone on, and if we look at this, yeah, you can see the water tank is just filling up. That's exactly what we're looking for. Cool. Okay, now the next thing over here, I want to import the manure. So we'll put that here, and I want this mini chest, and I'm going to stick that right here. Dink. That's so cute. It's such a little tiny chest, and I'm thinking it should work just fine. So let's put this servo in here, set it up to ignore the redstone, and so that should pull stuff from here, and we can test by putting the manure in, and yes, it's going to take every 3 seconds. It's going to grab 8 of them, which is plenty fast, and that goes here into the fertilizer mixture, which is getting processed, and then that should be pulled out through there and then go into here, and you can see there's the liquid fertilizer going in, and this is generating 20 RF, which is not bad. Let's take this exporter, and I'm going to put it on the underside of this little tiny chest. Can I put that there? Can I not? What if I put it right here? Really? Oh, give me a break. That's there we go. We'll give that a break. Let me put that here. There we go. Okay. It doesn't go on top of, it's actually the whole block. This, oh, I need to teach it fertilizer. Let's grab one of you, put the rest back in, and this here is where I need to teach it that. It's going to export those, and you can see it's pumping them in, and those will get dropped into here. So this will constantly give me a stack of manure blocks here, and when that's full, there'll be a stack here. So there's only 2, and I've got, because of the RF, not RF, because of the refined storage hooked into the Project E, I've got infinite, practically 8 million blocks of manure, which is plenty of stuff going on into here. And why are you actually going up? Yes, that's 40 right here. That's greater than what I'm consuming in there with as far as power is concerned. So that's cool. I could go with a full chest here, but the problem with that is then it's going to want to export out a full chest's worth of manure, and I don't need a full chest in here. One is sufficient, so that is good. So this will power me up, but these digesters, 20 RF is not all that great. So let's go ahead and make it a little bit greater, and let's see, we can take some of this stuff out. Yeah, there's the hatchery, the mixer, the methane, the expander, the cooker, the sermos, the ducts, all that can go. All right, what I do want to do in here is hatchery. There are some upgrades here, RF efficiencies. So let's take a look at this. Ooh, I've got all this, but I don't have that. What is this? I think I've got everything but that funky sheets. These are plastic from hatchery. Plastic from fibers. Fibers come from a shredder. All right, so let's make a shredder. I don't have a diamond sword, so let's make a quick diamond sword. Doot doot. Stick. All right, let's make that right now. Shoop. Foomp. All right, let's teach. Click it. Okay, I can also get rid of all these things here. I don't need them right now. Sword, let's grab one there. Now that's my shredder. Cool. And then I need feathers. Well, 1.6 million, that's a bunch. I'll just grab a... Actually, all I really need is one. Ooh, quest complete. Cool. I have no idea if this needs power, but let's take one feather, and it looks like it does need power. All right, you come with me, and let's come over here. You can tell what's planned for over in this area, and let's put a feather in there. And all we need is one. Yep, that's all we need. What else does this... Oh, let's take a look at my shredder. What do you produce? Turn fiber meal and feather meal and feather fibers. Well, I think I got the fibers, but I didn't get any meal. Okay, let's take a look. Feather meal. What can I do with feather meal? Chicken feed. Yeah, feather pulp. And feather pulp can turn into paper. Oh, funky. Okay, well, I think I don't need either of those, because I have, here, boing, boing, I have my feather fiber. Oh, I can't use... Alright, okay, let's go ahead and stick you here for right now, because I need at least 5 of these. I also need to cook them, so I need a furnace, and I don't have anything other than this for right now. And charcoal, let's grab some of those. And for the nonce, let's just put it right here. It's not going to be a permanent location of things. I wonder if there's a fiber pad. None of these things look like they have any EMC. No, there's a few EMC things, but none of these have EMC, so I can't just make these. I can't just produce them in mass quantities. Here, 3, 4. Let's make a bunch of these. Okay, so now I've got the plastic. What can I use the plastic for? I need to make circuits. Purple glazed plastic. Funky. All right. I need one of those. 2 more for the next tier, and then 4 more, so that's 7 total. All right. Well, there's 3. Let's go ahead and make one of these. Well, oh, I still need more of these. I need lots of these. All right, you go in there. And I want at least one of these. And once I've made the one, I'll just make the others off camera, because I've got other ideas of stuff that needs to be done. So, circuit board. Cool. All right. Now, this, there's that efficiency upgrade 1. And we'll let the other thing process me some plastic out of the feathers, so I have efficiency 2. And then 3. And we'll put that here. Oh, and that bumped it up to 40 RF. So cool. I don't know whether this one is going to bump it up to 60 and then that 80, or if they go up by steps of 20, or if they double. So this one gives you from 20 to 40. This will go 40 to 80, and then that will be 80 to 160. That'd be really nice. But I'll have to make those and find out. And it is still increasing, even though it's got 2 of these being fed by the one mixer. Cool. Okay, that is definitely working there. All right, next thing I want, and unfortunately I think I have these in the way, because I really want to use this for something else. Let's grab this stuff. I think there's one last one being processed. It is. All right, you go away, because I have other stuff for this area here. Let's make... let's get rid of the hatchery stuff. I want to make an atomic reconstructor. And let's grab that. And then this here, I need a redstone torch. Let's put that in there. And my button. So this, I'm going to point it up. So, doink. And then I want a redstone torch. Otherwise, it's just going to charge off like that on its own, and I instead want it to pulse when I want it. And so that's the button. Let's just stick that there. So now I can take diamonds and bump that in there. And now I've got diamantine. I'd probably say diamantine. Anyway, I can take the diamantine, put that into here. And now I've got that, and now I've got blocks. So cool, we've learned that, so that can go away, because I really don't need the reconstructor anymore. Got that built. But I do need some of these display stands, and for that, I've got some more stuff here. And let's go ahead and spit. Boing. So that converted those, and we'll just teach those. Yep, they've got EMCs. Oh, that's got an EMC too. Well, you're going in. You don't have EMC, and I don't need you in anymore. Let's go ahead and make some of these. Wait a second. I made you. Okay. Maybe it was just outside so it didn't get zapped. Yeah. Because of this gap here, it may not actually work too well. There we go. Aesthetic quartz. Let's drop you in. Now I've got it. Alright, so I need 5 of these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And, oh, I can teach that. So, one more. Now the next thing I need is to use this. Let's see, I can use that through... Can I click here? Nope, it still wants to go up there. Alright, let's take... And... stand? No, what is the name of that thing? Charger? Empowerer. I draw blanks on these. I'll drop that in there. I need an empowerer. There we go. So for that, I've got those items. I'm missing this center thing, which is the double battery. So I'm missing that top battery. Single battery. I think I've got that. Yep. Drop that in. And can I make the double battery? Yep. Let's teach it that. And let's drop in the empower. Yeah, will I make more? No, but I'm teaching everything with this. All right. So now this can come over to here, to this area. So the empower goes into the center, and I have a hopper leading into the chest. And then these over here go on the power. Doink and doink. And then I've got these items that for right now are all I need. You know, I am going to go ahead and set up the hoppers on this, because sometimes I don't need to. But since I think I'm going to be using this enough, I'm going to go ahead and set up the hoppers here. And the benefit with that is, oh yeah, and a hopper on top. That way I can feed stuff into here, and I'm just going to do, no, that's not the crafting. There we go. It will feed stuff down below. So we'll put a button in you, die here, or you can just come in and you can just right click the display stand by itself, and that'll work too. So all I really need, and I went with the 1 instead of the entire block because it needs less power, goes much faster. So let's take this, teach it that, and that's the Honor, that's the empowered. So now I can also go and teach it that. Cool. Okay, and all of that was so that I could get to this Actual Edition solar panel. And I don't think I know iron bars. I don't know iron bars. Let's learn iron bars. Hey, there's iron bars. Cool. And there's my solar panel. Let's get 3 of those. And it is day right now. But let's go ahead and come over here, and I think if I put 1 here, 1 here, and 1 on top, they should all be charging up. Okay, that says it's making 48 RF, which is as much as this one is making, and twice as much as that one's making. So this right now, during the day, will go ahead and produce a bunch more power, and then the rest of the time, this methane digester will go ahead and produce the rest of the stuff that I need. Cool. All right, that is a pretty slick bit of power, and I've never done this methane digester from hatchery before, so I'm glad to try that. Nor have I made these solar panels before, and I like solar panels. Well, they're not going to produce anything anymore because the sun is gone. But the rest of this is working very nicely, and it needs to be outside, so I have view to the sky so that can power it up. And the power's still going up. That's exactly what I want. I'm not sure Oh, no, I do need this because I need to go through and do each of the different Actual Edition items and empower them up. So the Restonia, the Void Crystals, the Diamantine, and the Emeratic. Yeah. And then charge those. And then once I get one of those for each, then I'll just plop them here into my RS system. And I will have everything I need. You know, if I need empowered stuff, I'll have a big stack of all the stuff that I need. I like that. I do like how that hooks in. I do need to make some drives and get the few things I have over here taken care of. And those I don't need. In here, I was setting up all these guys so that they had... I should pull out a pair of these. Let's use an actual tool. Oh, I've got all sorts of stuff in here. I think I'm going to go ahead and off camera hook up the chickens upstairs, and I probably will breed me some more of the 10-10-10 Emeratics and fill them all up here. I don't think I need any other chickens because I've already bred them. There are a few that the weird metals and gems that I don't have yet, and I'm going to pump them all into this crate, do some work with it, and then feed that into my refined storage system, and that will help charge up my Project E so that it's got plenty of power. So because each of these Emeratic crystals is just a huge amount of power. But there's other stuff I can do, especially with these eggs. I'm not sure if they will work for these random numbers, but if I've got all these 10-10-10s coming in and they'll be exported out of here, then I got to do something with them. And, you know, not really sure what at this point. Let's go ahead and just dump these because I don't need these. And they have no value, so I can't use them here. But I can go ahead and dump all this stuff into the system. Oh, let's make some more servos. Servo. That should be sufficient. And then some ducks. And I want the item ducks. Item ducks. Alright, so this will run along here. Yeah, I'm going to be blocking myself off here real quick. But that's okay. I think I'm going to make this my hatch to get up. And now let's go up. So now we've got these ducks in place for the ducks. And one up here. And then one up here. And one up here. And now I need a servo on each of these. And then each one of these needs to be set to disabled. And what that should be doing is it should be sucking out all the stuff out of here. Yep, there it goes. Cool. And that should shove it into my crate down there. And that will then need to get processed. And, you know, are these super fast ducks? No, they're not. They're fairly slow, but these Emeratic chickens are not producing super fast, high volume contents either. So it really doesn't matter that I'm only doing 8. I don't have, you know, a full stack of stuff going, because speed-wise, they're not producing that much, and that's okay. But I think that will be the next episode where we do something with that. And I've got to come back over here. And let's check. What? Where are you going? You should be going into here. Why are you not going into here? Are you just taking a long time to move? Huh. I'll have to investigate that. That seems pretty strange. And I'm not sure why. And I'm a bat. I'm not a bat. I'm a chicken. I'm not a chicken. I'm a duck. Anyway, we've got a bunch of storage taken care of. We've got empowering taken care of. I'll do some more empowering over there. But we've got power that I don't have to fiddle with and keep feeding it coal. Too lazy to do that. Too lazy at all to do that. But it's taken care of. Behold the power of poop. Anyway, this has been Grok the Duck here, playing a little Coop Life 2, and thanks for watching. Bye.